Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share a card in a box or box in a card, whatever we call it. I do a team challenge and Theriaud did a similar card. I say similar because I think my measurements are different here, but the same thing it's about. And I had different cards too, similar to that. So let's do this one here. It is very simple. Well, very simple. It's medium, let's say that way. So we're going to start with the 11. We could use a 12 by 12, would be a little bit easier because you wouldn't have to have the little piece to solder them together, to attach them together. But so many say they want to they invest in 18.5 by 11. So you're going to cut it right in the middle. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score this at 2 1/4. So on the long way, you're going to score this at 2 1/4. Now we're going to turn this around and we're going to score at 2 inch. I pre-scored just to make sure I had it right. So 2 inch, 5.5, and then 7.5. Okay. So again, you're going to score at 2, 5.5, and 7.5. So now you get kind of a box already. Now another piece that you're going to need, that's going to be to attach those two. It's going to be a piece of, I say about, oh, yeah, 2 1/4. You can go maybe a little bit shy of the 2 1/4 by 1 inch, and you're going to score that at 1/2 inch. So the reason why I say shy of 2 1/4, it's because if you score it just a little bit off, or we can trim it. So don't worry about that. So again, it's 1 inch, 2 1/4, score at 1/2 inch. So now we got an inch there. Now the next piece, it's the piece that go inside, and this going to play like we're going to put our pop-up like stuff coming out of the box. And this measure 5.5. And again, you can go a smidge just inside the line of 5.5. It's because we get the score line we have to give for that. So a smidge off 5.5 and by 2 1/4 a smidge off. You're going to score at 1 inch and then turn around and score at 1 inch at each end. Now we get this here. Let's start putting this together. Now all the pieces for the card itself, I already did like the layers in that, but all the measurement will be on my blog. Really, when after you get the body, it's going to be simple. Now you get one part, it's 2 inch, and one part it's 2 1/4. So it's going to fit in a regular envelope. See, the short part, I put it for the top. So the top part here, we're going to cut all at the score line. So you can use your paper cutter, or you can, you know what, we're going to use the paper cutter because I want to be straight. So again, you want to make sure you cut the short part. I'm going to turn this around here. I'm going to put that right in my groove, and I'm going to cut to the score line. Lift up, and we're going to do that for all of them. You see the line here on your, if you get the same trimmer, the Stampin' Up trimmer, I stop that right at the score. If you don't go all the way to the score, it's easier to take the scissors and go there than try to glue it, right? Et voila. So now we got these here. I think it's time to change my blade. I see. See, it's frayed there a bit. So it all go this way. And do I have, I do have, it's time for me to switch my blades. Okay, so now these have to be mounted together. Also, have to be mounted together, but we need our centerpiece in here. And I did that. So to put our centerpiece here, we're gonna go this way here. I want it this way. So I like to have a long, so you get a short part here. I like to have the long part on my right here. And I'm going to take this piece and we're going to put glue just in the back there, okay? So I like to use tumble glue with this. And the reason why I like to use tumble glue, it's because if I'm not right, just at, I can move it around. Maybe it's time for me to get another. Here we go. Okay, let's put, and you want to go right at the edge too, because that's where, you know, you get a lot. So now you're going to lift this part here and you're going to go right at the score line. So that's why I said if we do a smidge smaller, I'm going to press this here. If we do, you know, the length a little bit smaller, that it give us a little bit of give there. So even if it don't touch all the way in the bottom, it's good. So see, this is the way. So you put this part, now you're going to lift this. Now this part here, you want to put the glue in the front of it. Okay, put glue in the front, not in the back. This one was in the back. This one we're going to put glue in the front to the score line. And then you're going to take this part here and bring it down. And press this good. And then see when we open, we get the inside. Now, before I glue that part, I should have done something, but that's okay. I'm going to get it done. Now we're going to build, before we're going to close the card, we're going to build our, this is going to be the pop-up here. So let me see if I can pull this a bit. Well, I'm going to have to make it, here we go. So before we glue this part here, we want to attach our pop-up. And the reason why I like to have it here, it's because you don't want it to pass the top here. You cannot pass the score line neither, okay? So maybe if you put it just this way for now, you're going to see. So now I'm going to start building. So it cannot, see when it full, it cannot pass this neither. So what I like to do, is take a piece of scrap paper and at the score here, you're going to put that right here. So you know, put something a different color. You know, you cannot pass that because if you pass that, it won't fold. So I'm going to go ahead and put just at the bottom here. And then we're going to put that right here. Okay, it cannot pass this, cannot pass the top. You see this? Okay. Now, cannot pass. You know what? I'm going to put another piece here. So then it's going to be easier here. So now I got my perfect guide there. You can put stuff in the front and in the back. So what I'm going to do, I got these big flowers here. And some of you, I bet, want to do dimensional. Be careful how much dimensional you're going to put because that's going to pop too much to put in the envelope. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. So I'm going to put the glue in the front, this one, because I put it in the back. Oh, let's lift this up here. Okay. Now I'm going to take my wheelbarrow and I'm going to bring that right here in the top of this. So just at the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead. We can always add more to. Uh, I get the tools here that I thought to put. No, see what I was thinking? It's not working. So maybe inside the barrel. I'm going to leave it just like that for now. Maybe I can have more flowers in the bag here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So let me put glue just in the back of this a bit. That can be removed there. And I'm going to lift this and put that right here. Et voila. See when we're going to pop it up? Okay, I could have maybe some dimensional, but like I said, I would keep my layers very. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little one here. It's the same thickness though, remember that. Right here. I don't know how much we're going to see there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a dimensional in right here. And one over there. I didn't want to put all those dimensional, but then I'm thinking it's going to give so much. And let's put that right here. Okay, now we're going to glue this again. So now learn from my mistake. You don't want to put that second layers till you, glue this part till you build this. Keep that down. Now you bring this one in, okay? This one you put the glue in the back, the other one in the front. And voila, perfect. Now, the little piece I told you, the 1 by 2¼ there, we're going to put glue right here. You want to make sure you put some right at the edge too. Then you're going to take this and put it right here. Okay. The reason why I lift it, make sure my score is equal with that. Now you're going to put glue in the front. Make sure. You don't want to put too much, then it oozes knitter. Then you're going to close this. So that is where if you would have had a 12 by 12, you could add a little piece to cut off there. But it's working good with this here. Okay, put up. Now let's open this up. Boom. Now, we're going to do the bottom first. And like I said, I pre-done everything from the bottom. So the back, the big piece in the back. So when you look at your card this way, this is the back. But see this, we don't want this to fold. So this is the back. And this here, it's 3 3 3/8 by 4 1/8, and I will have all the measurement and the white cardstock on top. It is 3¼ by 4. I just wanted a tiny little border. See, and all the creature and everything that it's all from the Storybook Moment paper. I didn't use the die cut. I just used what it's already die cut there. And then this paper. So it's only this paper I use with Mossy Meadow and crumb cake. So now we know the back. This is the back, and this is where they're going to write their message. Now, I got for the back, let's bring this here. This go there, this go there. So I cut a piece of 2 1/8, 2 1/8, long, and then I cut it in piece. So this piece here, it's 178, 178 by 2 1/8. Again, I will have all the measurement. Don't try to remember this, okay? And this is going to be called the bottom part. This is the bottom back, or the bottom. I just want to put the bottom because it doesn't matter. It's not on both places. That just the bottom. And see, the reason why I said start cutting, then it all matched together, right? The one thing I didn't think though, really, oh yeah, this piece here, yeah, it all goes. See? Now, if it go on the other way, it go this way too. See, it all flow together. So you start one end and you keep on cutting. It's not important if it match because really they don't touch except if you look all around. But I just like that I get the option to do it. See, this way it all flow, and this way it. Oh, this one, that's the one that didn't flow because I cut this piece after, but it was darn close. So if you get a strip, you start here and cut that way. Now this here, it's going to show only when it's like when they open up the card. So for this one, I got like this. I thought this is going to be the front when they open it up. And again, all measurement will be on my blog. And this is going to be the top. And I'm going to call this the top close because when it's close, you see it. When it's open, you won't see it. Now I'm going to put the boots over here. And again, all the bits and pieces that I had on top, the little butterfly and that, it's all part of that paper. The only thing that I stamp, it's the hello. And I put it on white, and then on, that's the only bits of white that I'm using. Oh, and in the bag too. Sorry, the bag. Okay, so now this is the way that they're going to receive the card. When it's in the envelope, it's going to be this way. See, it fit perfectly in the envelope. That's why I say let's be careful on the thickness of it, you know, with all those pop-up. So that's why I didn't pop the boots, I didn't pop the ad and such. Now we're ready to do this part. See, when it opened, you get the jig of it now. So now for this one here, this one got a different border. So this one, it's 3 1/4 by, it don't even go all the way at the bottom, I think. 3 1/4 by, did I do 4? Maybe I did 4. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 4. And the designer series paper is going to be 3 by 3 3/4. Now we're going to glue this one first. And I think it's a lot easier if you use a liquid glue for this project, just because that you want to, if it's not just right, you can move it like right now. And some of you are going to say, why did you glue it before you attach it all together? I did one of my sample here, and to be honest, I like better to after because it was not jiving good, put it that way. Now you can turn it and just press it so it's all glue. Now, oops, and I put it upside down. Can I see? That's why you want Tombow glue, because if it's not, it don't bound instantly like a tape, okay? If you pull it out, put more. So see my flowers, I want it up. I didn't pay attention to that. I thought it was just a filigree, but no, it is flowers in that. Okay. Now let's make sure it is very bond now. Glue on my fingers there. Okay, now it should be good. And it is. Now, I did for this part here, and I got this fence here. I thought I can even bring that up here. And you know what? I'm going to do that. So just add bits and glue here and there. Don't have to have much. And I'm going to put that right here. And then I can. So all those bits and pieces, like it's so easy to add because it's already cut. You don't have to stamp or anything. Here we go. And then I'm going to put another one at the, I'm going to put the flowers here. So I'm just showing the fence in the back of this. If voila. Okay, now we're going to take again the glue. And this one I put a layer. Well, the one up front, I didn't put a layer in the back. Like I said, I'm trying to not to have it so thick. Now you're going to add it here. And the reason I think it's a lot easier to add it, because see, when you pull it up this way, it go upside down. So if you glue it, it's a good chance you're going to glue it upside down. Now this one here, I raised that one and I raised this. So you can add as much as you want, but if you don't mail the card, or if you're already paying extra postage, go ahead, put some layers, put some dimensional and such. And voila. And right here. Now, here it look, I can add flowers, okay? Because the tail, I need to keep the space for the tail. So, you know what? I can add more. I think I can. Let me see. Okay, let me grab more flowers. And I got some in this. I'm gonna grab this flowers right here. I think that's gonna do the trick if I put that right here. I can pass it because we're gonna go this way. So as long as you know which way, because if I go that way, I can't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the dimensional in the back of this. And we're going to put that in the, oops, in the back. Right here. See, I'm twisting it a bit sideways here. And voila. So now when I close it, it closes all the way. When I open it up, voila. Then right up here, I don't like to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and add this at the bottom. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue here. And see, I had another one there. That's what I'm going to come here. And oh, that was with the dimensional. Let's do that. It's going to be better. So all the measurement will be on my blog. Oh, much better. You know what? I can even. The only reason why I do that is because I want to go closer to my edge here with the dirt and such. And now I can. Et voila. That is it, my friends. See how that it's all, I can curl its tail. And that's going to fit in the regular envelope. See when it's this way, how cool is that? And when you mail it. And to be honest, I think even with all those dimensional, because I tried to put it on each hand there, I think that I maybe would put that butterfly stamp on it and a stamp, but overall I think it's good and it's not over the ounce. If voila, that is it. So that's a card in a box. I hope you enjoyed this. All the supplies will be listed on my blog. Right below you get the direct link, and also all measurement will be there. Have a great day. Till next time. Happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye for now.